Natalie Chandler.
Natalie Chandler, nice to meet you. I'm Guy Carter.
Nice to meet you, Natalie. Why don't you take a seat? I'm Julia Whitehead.
Hi, Julia.
Hello.
You managed to find us okay today?
No problem.
That's good.
Not too busy in work so far?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, Natalie, would you prefer Natalie or Mrs. Chandler or Ms?
Natalie's fine.
Natalie's fine? Okay.
Yeah.
What we might do first is just give you our business cards so you formally know who we are, of course.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also what we do at this point is traditionally just explain a wee bit how these meetings run. And you can ask any questions at any time.
Okay.
Need to know anything?
Yeah.
But before we sort of start with the questions and how we can help, we just have a couple of things we get out of the way about what you need to know about us and about how this works. Okay?
Okay.
So first of all, the really important thing to know is about confidentiality.
Yes.
Is that important to you?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, basically speaking, in almost all cases, what you say to us is confidential. It's just between us, and it's essentially something we're very key to keep your secrets. There are very few cases designated by law where we would have to tell someone, but when we see those cases coming up, we let you know. And the main reason is basically that you're in control of that process.
Okay.
So we're going to, if we see any case where we think we might have to disclose something, we would let you know hopefully before it arises, and that way you can stop, pause, and make sure that you're still in control of the situation.
Okay.
Did you have any more questions about confidentiality?
Yeah, if I gave you instructions today that indicate that I've committed a criminal offence, is that potentially going to be a problem for you? So the issue is, the compounding issue is, I'm a criminal lawyer too. And I'm concerned that there may be disciplinary action coming against me.
Okay.
Well, as you'll probably already know, in regards to the law surrounding that, we can't disclose past actions in that regard, but the issue obviously with confidentiality is if we went further down the track, say if you went into court, we couldn't put you in a position where we know that you're going to be telling other people that something that isn't true. But in regards to things that you've already done, that's not an issue. We can't disclose that, as you'll know.
The main risk is just for future actions. So if you were planning to do a serious offence and we knew about it, we would be bound by our duties to the court to tell someone else about that. And that's one of those situations that if we think we're getting close to, we would let you know so that we can pause and take a break.
Okay.
Okay? If it's to do with completely past actions, that's why obviously you have a job and we have a job. Absolutely, that's usually a secret and just between us.
All right. What if they came out though and wanted to discipline me and asked for your records about my actions?
Seizure of records is completely subject to client lawyer confidentiality. The only reasons when they would be able to seize those records is from an order from the court, and the court has been very unwilling in the past to breach that relationship.
Okay. All right.
It's a very strong bond according to the law, and so they uphold it as much as they can.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, what we'll also just discuss really briefly is our fees. So our policy is that our first session today is free, but from that point on, if you want us to represent you, we do have our standard rates, which are available with our receptionist. So if you have any questions about those, we'd be more than happy to discuss that.
Yeah.
The basic thing you need to know is that we won't be doing any work without your permission. So if we're going to go and do some work on your behalf, we'll be letting you know we're going to be taking these actions. It'll probably cost about this much, and then you have the decision as to whether or not to go forward.
All right.
So just I'm sure as you are with your clients, we don't intend ever to have unexpected costs for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, in that case, Natalie, do you want to tell us why you've come in today?
I received something in the mail that is making me very nervous. I recently got a long-term client off quite a strong trafficking charge. And he was, of course, very pleased. so we had a party. And I have a lot of friends who are in that kind of business. A lot of my clients are my friends. And we spend a lot of time together. And going out and partying with my clients is part of my job. It's what I do. And unfortunately, at the party, somebody, unbeknownst to me, took a photograph of me with some cocaine. And they've sent that photograph to me in the post with a note. And I'm really concerned about where that photograph is going to end up.
Can you tell us a wee bit more about the note and that communication that you've had?
It's pretty brief. It just says, get Sammy Smith off or else.
Okay. So
Sammy Smith's one of my clients.
Okay. Can you possibly tell us a wee bit more about your relationship with Sammy Smith and perhaps some of those past dealings?
Well, so I've represented Sammy for a long time. I mean, since he was just being charged with pretty trivial stuff right up into the case against him at the moment. Sammy's probably been a client for about 3 years. And the case against him at the moment is a murder charge.
Okay.
He's alleged to have killed 2 women.
And you are representing Sammy on this matter?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have any information or know anything more about the letter itself, who might have sent it or anything like that?
I have no idea who sent it. Somebody got it or was at the party and sent it.
Okay.
All right then. So, in terms of Sammy Smith, do you know of who in particular would want him to get off these charges?
Sammy. Well, Sammy's pretty connected, so it could be a lot of people that could have sent the note. Could have been his relatives, could have been his business partners, could have been, any number of people could have sent it. I don't know.
And have you had any communication with Sammy or with anyone else regarding this matter after you received the letter?
No, I haven't been to see Sammy. He's on remand. He had a bail application. I made a bail application for him about a couple of weeks ago, and it didn't go very well. So he's on remand.
Okay.
But I haven't been to see him since I got the note.
Okay.
Well, that gives us a bit of an idea of sort of the general background to the story. So how about you tell us what your ideal outcome would be with you coming to see us today?
I want this photograph to disappear.
Okay.
I don't want it to go to the police, certainly. I don't want to be prosecuted. I don't want to get a conviction. I don't want the Law Society to find out. I don't want to lose my reputation. I don't want my other clients to be aware. I'm really worried where this is going.
Okay. So we understand this is obviously a very stressful situation with such sensitive matters.
Okay then, so let's talk perhaps a bit more about this party and sort of what was happening at it. Is there any more detail that you could offer?
Well, it was me, my client, his associates, a few other people that we go out with fairly regularly, and everybody was having a good time, and we were drinking and taking some drugs, and unfortunately there's now a record of it.
Okay.
So who supplied the drugs to the party, do you know at all?
Well, my client has access to that,
Okay.
so it wouldn't have been a problem.
All right.
So it isn't anything that you're particularly involved in, or knowledge
It's normal. I go out with my clients all the time. This is normal.
Mm-hmm.